Hey y'all, I'm Emily and welcome back to Bama Base, where I find peace in my garden and joy in my kitchen. Today is potato planting day. Now I already have some planted inside my greenhouse, but I want to plant even more outside in this raised metal bed. It did fantastic last year and I'm hoping for the same results. But first I want to plant some caladiums. Now I found these caladiums at Costco. My husband and I just went there not that long ago, and he let me go to town and pick out whatever I want. So I picked up one bag of caladiums. It says that there's 10 bulbs in here, and just for reference, it says now is the perfect time for them to be planted according to the chart. And it says that it's color all summer, and they do like mostly shade. It will give me color summer through fall. And then it says to plant them roughly 6 inches apart from each other and then 2 inches deep. And they should get about 16 inches in height. Now I will make a correction. According to the bag, it says that caladiums are sun to shade bulbs intolerant, but here in the south, from what I've seen, they prefer mostly shade because it gets insanely hot here in zone 8A North Alabama. So my plan for these is to plant them in these 2 pretty pots here and then keep them under the porch in the backyard. So mostly in shade. So let's just get to planting. And if y'all hear any sound in the background, Jason, my husband, is putting together another raised bed for me to go on this side of the greenhouse that faces the pool. We just want a less cluttered space. So he's building me a 12 by 2 by 1 metal raised bed. And we just found it on Amazon. Alright, so these bulbs did come from Costco. I'm not sure if I mentioned that. So I'm just going to dump them out here. And then we're just in some wood shavings. And they look kind of odd to me, just like just a clump. Alright, so I'm going to plant them about 2 inches deep in this pot. And I'm going to plant them pretty close together. So I'm disregarding the 6-inch spacing. They're going to be roughly 3 to 4 inches apart. So 2 bulbs in each pot. And I will water them in shortly. So one's already finished. And it's windy today. Alright, so I'm going to plant another one about 2 inches down. And there we go. And I'll water this one in. So I have several left over, and as soon as I run to Lowe's and get more jungle growth potting soil, I will get these planted in another pretty pot. I'm going to move these to the greenhouse so I don't lose them. Alright, so now the fun part begins because we are going to plant potatoes. I did not purchase seed potatoes. I honestly never have. I just typically buy my potatoes from Sam's or Costco, and then I keep them in my pantry, which is actually a converted like coat closet. So after a while, they chit on their own. So let me give you a closer look. And so these are perfect to plant. And they're all chitted out. They're all just ready to go. So I'm going to get these potatoes out of the bowl here. I actually peeled some potatoes just a night or two ago and realized that they were already chitting. So in the bottom of the bowl I actually have potato peels that I'm going to throw in my compost. Alright, so I'm going to go put this in my compost before it gets all blown away. Alright, y'all. So I have 7 potatoes I'm going to plant in this metal bed. And the plan is to just plant them about 4 to 6 inches deep. Might even go a little bit deeper than that. Because last year I found that they stayed, all the new potatoes stayed relatively within the first 4 inches. And this bed is probably it's probably 3 feet. Well, no, I'm only 5'6", so, y'all, I don't know. It comes past my knees. It's relatively tall and deep, so I'm gonna just see how far I can get them and let them do their thing. But I want to bring you in closer so you get a better look. I'm also looking for ants as I dig, because this bed was it was invaded. Let's just put it that way. And I can tolerate a lot of bugs in the garden and a lot of pests, but ants, they love to bite, and I don't like to get bitten. Alright, so I'm just making a pretty deep trench here in the middle. And then I will keep the trench going as I make more room. Alright, so 2 potatoes have been planted. We'll go a little bit further down. There we go. Again, about 6 inches down. I just have a feeling we're going to have a great potato harvest this year. The ones currently growing in the greenhouse look beautiful. It. All right, so I have 2 more potatoes and I'll just put them on either end. Just go down several inches. Hi, Harley. Hi. You having a good day, Harley? Thank you for not digging up my bulbs. Yeah? Thanks. You sweet boy. You need a dog treat. Yep. Alright, so in the meantime, I don't want a naked bed. So my plan is to spread some lettuce seed and probably some like marigolds or some temporary flour, just so the soil can be covered. I want to time it out to where the potatoes, I mean, they're gonna take a while because of course they have to send up all the greenery and then flower, and then you have to let it die back, so it's gonna take a while. But in the meantime, since the top of the soil is bare, I like to get a couple salads in. So I'll probably do that in a little bit, but that is going to be my garden chores for the day. I think I'm going to go help the hubby with building that new raised bed for this side of the greenhouse. And again, that's going to be a 12 by 2 by 1. So I'm very excited about that. But yeah, thanks for tagging along, and I'm so excited to see those caladiums break dormancy soon, and then in just a matter of weeks harvest some wonderful tasty potatoes. Alrighty, y'all. So again, I'm Emily from Bama Base, where I find peace in my garden and joy in my kitchen. Bye, y'all.